Good. Just hanging out.
Oh, good. Me and my husband are down here in San Antonio.
That's nice. Yeah, it's your anniversary, right?
On Thursday, yeah.
Oh, well, congrats. That's good.
9 years.
Wow. That's a long
I'm just
time.
trying, I know. I'm just trying to make it with one person for 10 years, girl. One person.
Oh, that's longer than I've ever done.
Because this is marriage number 3.
Oh, well, hey, third time's a charm, right?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Some of us, I think some of us, some of us aren't so good in some areas, so we got to keep trying and trying. That's what I think it
Oh, yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah. We don't even we don't even got to reference my dating life. Whew. Nothing's
I hear you. I
months.
can't imagine how it would be. I would think it would be tough dating.
Yeah, it is. Especially when you move to a city where you don't know anyone at all. So you rely a lot on like dating apps and online dating, which is stressful.
But you know what? It's weird because that's how I met my husband was Yahoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it's weird. We actually saw another, but like we were both married to different people.
Mm-hmm.
And our kids went to the same camp together. And I saw my husband actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I went to, because it's way out in the middle of nowhere, and I went to use the phone, and because they actually had phones back then, and then he came to the phone to call his wife, and
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be done in a second. He's like, oh, it's okay, but that was our interaction.
That's funny. It's
Yeah,
funny how things work out like that.
yeah. You have cats?
Yeah, I have. Where is she? Elsa, where are you? There she is.
Oh,
That's
hey,
Elsa.
hey
I,
there.
I I used to have Dean too, but he passed away a couple weeks ago. He was sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks. And then we have my roommate has a dog, Sterling. He is right over there.
Oh, hey, hi, Sterling.
He's just hanging out. He's just hanging
Oh.
out with me because my roommate's out, so he hangs out with me when my
Oh,
roommate's gone.
I'm too much of a wuss to have any animals. Emotionally, I don't think I can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 guinea pigs though.
Oh, my one of my best friends from college has guinea pigs, and we used to live when we lived together. She had a guinea pig, and Elsa was a kitten. When
Uh-huh.
I got her when she was like 4 weeks old. She was thrown off the side of the road, and we she was smaller than the guinea pig at first, and she would
Oh
jump
my
around him. We would let him out into the carpet, and she would
oh
jump
my
around and
gosh.
play with him. It was so cute.
Oh, how cute.
Is this the first chat that you've done?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
cuz
you've been out of town and stuff. Like you've been running around doing stuff.
no, because when he wanted to do it, wasn't it on Thursday? Wasn't it around Thursday or something?
I think so. Yeah, Wednesday.
That's why, because on Thursday was my actual anniversary,
Oh
and
yeah.
I was, I was like, because I told my husband, I'm not gonna do any live streaming, no nothing. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
just
don't blame you.
chillax and us spend time together,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I don't blame you.
so I did my own personal little live streams the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So have you interacted much with the people on the cast then? Like, besides, you've been, it's been your anniversary and you've been traveling and stuff. So,
probably not. I know Josie
yeah, I know
because
you guys know
she's
each
my
other.
girl. She's my
Mm-hmm.
girl. She's me and her. We're both hula and Tahitian dancers. We dance for different people, but we're both dancers.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, yeah, we may be at same functions sometimes.
Oh.
And yeah, but she's younger, and
Oh.
dancer than I am.
I'm
Man,
sure you're both great.
she can I feel like my specialty's more hula,
Mm-hmm.
and her specialty is Tahitian. Oh man, she can she's good at both, but I think Tahitian is her her area.
I did a chat with her, and she was
Oh, you
really
did?
sweet. Yeah, she was really sweet. And there was like a whole thing with Leslie thinking that Josie was jealous of me because of a face she
Yeah.
made or something.
It's
So
like,
she wanted to like clear the air with that, and I was like, no, girl, like you're good. Like,
yeah, I
which
didn't know what was going on there.
yeah,
You
I was
know,
just like,
I I think the greatest about everybody.
mm-hmm.
I'm just really, unless they do something really, really wrong to people or really mean, I just, and maybe it's bad. They say Libras see
Mm-hmm.
like the world through rose-colored glasses, and maybe I'm like that. I will see the good in everybody.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good. But when there's so much like bad stuff going on in the world, it's nice to have that
Yeah,
positive like
yeah,
outlook. If someone wants to make a positive connection, then I'll like grasp it and go for it. You know, even
yeah.
if they've done me wrong before, which is why my dating life ends up so crappy.
Oh,
Because you let people hurt you and then come back and
yeah,
be like, oh, like I've changed. And
yeah.
so, I mean, sometimes it ends up good with like friendship and
That's
everything. Give
true.
people
I
a
was
second
thinking
chance.
about that. You know, to me, it just hurts me to what I think about it is when I discovered what was happening because I kind of was like, I think I caught the tail end of it. I'm like, oh man, I'm always like the last person to know anything.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I want to be the peacemaker. I just want to, can I
Yeah.
talk to you? Can I talk to you? And can we talk together? That's that's what I think of it. That's what I want. Do you remember Rodney King
Yeah.
in LA? The guy
Mm-hmm.
that said, "Can't we just all get along?"
Yeah.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of probably how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I know what you mean. Like I said, very opinionated and stuff, but I also like, I, I, I don't like shy away from conflict, but I don't like it
Really?
either. So, like, I don't like it. Like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
I would prefer everyone to be happy and friends and love each other. But it doesn't always work out that way. I don't like pretending that
That's
I'm
good.
okay with someone if I'm not. I'm never gonna go out of my
Right.
way to be mean to someone or to be
That's
rude to them.
good.
I'll be
Yeah.
civil with someone, but like, I
Right.
definitely don't want to pretend to be like buddy buddy with someone if I'm not good with them.
So, Bryce has added a new twist to the show. And although I highly respect Bryce as the producer and think that he's a genius, I'm not exactly thrilled with the new twist because I'm placed with someone that I'm having struggles with, and I think it's going to be incredibly stressful to have to work with someone that I'm having trouble with and have to sit down and brainstorm and come up with a finished product. So, throw that on my plate too. Thanks, Bryce.
Have you met anyone else from the group other than me?
Yes, I've met you. I've met with Anthony, and I've met with Danielle.
How did it go with Anthony? Because you guys both came into the group like a little bit later than everyone. How did you guys vibe in that?
There was definitely, we were vibing and stuff. Like, I spoke with him and like I asked him like his
Right.
aspirations and stuff, and like he was telling me how like even though like he's only been in for a short while, there's already been like some drama brewing and stuff, and he was telling me,
Really?
yeah, with
Really?
Leslie and whatnot, and he was explaining to me how she just thought he was like a narcissistic, egotistical, like full
Oh
of.
my God. That's so like bold because they've never hung out. So I think it's so weird that they have such an issue with each other. I get like that he didn't the whole time thing is so confusing because I don't fully get the situation. Like
Mhm.
I know that he said to me that he was busy. He said they didn't have a set time.
Uh-huh.
She's saying that he like blew off the set time.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
cool because I had spoke with her one on
oh
one,
okay. Okay.
like a direct message type thing, just to get the full story.
Right.
And like I had asked her, like, you know, what's your side of the story? What's this whole thing going on with Anthony and whatnot? And she was explaining it, and she explained it just the way you had explained it. Like, to her understanding, there was a set time, and
Right.
he had like blown her off, she said, and not responded for over an hour and a half. And I was like, that's totally understandable, you know, like if that's what your understanding of the situation was, you know what I mean? Maybe there was some sort of miscommunication somewhere. I'm not sure because I'm not Anthony or Leslie.
I've heard some, like you said, like these bold statements that Anthony is a narcissist and egotistical and only cares about his own time, whatever. Okay, do you think that him being late or not showing up, do you think that means that he's an egotistical narcissist?
No, I don't think so at all. Like, and I had spoke with Anthony, and like just from like the small conversation that we had, like he doesn't,
Right.
like he said it himself. Like he's like, you know, like I'll walk by the mirror and stuff, and I'll be like, ooh ah. But I mean, like who, like in all reality, do that? You know, like you should be proud.
Right, right.
Yeah, like
I do that
that's
all the
not
time.
sadistic. That's just like, you know, you think you're a handsome person, or you know, you think you're beautiful.
Right. Jamie and like one of the other girls, and she said that she met with Leslie, and basically Leslie is comparing Anthony to her abusive ex-boyfriend or something. That she's making a claim that she's afraid to go on camera with him because she's afraid that he's going to be aggressive with her and be like an abusive type person to her.
Whoa, that sounds crazy.
Right,
Like
right.
that's like I want to get on the camera with Bryce because he's just gonna batter me. Like,
Right, right. Well, another thing that I've heard is Leslie is accusing Anthony of going around to every cast member and slaughtering her character, I guess. That's what she was saying.
oh, well, maybe I kind of got that vibe when I spoke out to her because she was like, you know, she was very grateful that like I reached out to her and stuff and like made sure that I got her story and stuff, and she even like called me a gentleman and stuff, and like I thought that was very sweet because it's like, you
Right.
know, the way I was raised is like, you know, you do unto others the way you want done to yourself. You know, like if you want good things for yourself, you do good to others, and like it just didn't make sense to me. So I wanted to get to the bottom of it. You know, like so I
Right.
and you know she
Do
gave
you
me a
think do you think we're ever gonna get to the bottom of the situation? And do you think that they're gonna hang out again? Or for the first time? Like they've
honestly,
never even like seen each other.
we're gonna get the 100% true, like the truth, because like I had said, I had spoke with Danielle about this in the last um in our hangout. I told her because it's like, you know, there's always the two sides. There's the first person side and the second person side, and in both sides there's always going to be like it's always going to be opinionated.
Right.
It's never truly take both, you know what I mean, like you take one side for what it is, but it's opinionated, you know what I mean.
Right.
You take the other side, but it's also opinionated. So like you have to kind of like find some sort of like third party information if that's possible, but in this case, not.
Is there any person, Leslie or Anthony, that you're leaning towards believing more or kind of agreeing with more?
At this point, it's kind of like very neutral. I don't really like agree with one or the other. Like I can see how Leslie is hurt and stuff, and I can see
Right.
how like she doesn't want to like because I like, you know, and she speaks out, you know, have, like social anxiety, you know, being uneasy about meeting new people and stuff, and like I find myself the same way, but like it's kind of like a cold water situation. Kind of like gotta jump in
Right. Yeah, I completely agree.
and like get all the way into it before, you know what I mean? Because if you just like sit there and tiptoe, like you're gonna be, you know, contemplating whether, you know, is this
Right.
what.
Well, I heard that when you hung out with Anthony, that he made a claim that Leslie is jealous of Danielle.
Yeah, he did. He did say something like of that sort. He said that there's like some jealousy going on, and that like there's like all sorts of like tempers flaring up, and like I don't know, like it was my first hangout, honestly, like, and it was my like I think it was like the second day like being a part of this, so like you
Right.
know what to expect, and I didn't know until like a couple days later that Anthony has also been added recently, so like with all that new information and stuff, like I figured, like from what Anthony had told me from when we had hung out, like it just seemed as if like tempers and like opinions were like growing and like people were fighting because of said opinions.
Leslie thinks that Josie is like insecure and like kind of like fake, and she thinks that not lying, but she thinks that basically she's not telling the truth about being jealous of Danielle. They both, I think the other one is jealous of Danielle. It's really odd.
That is
And
very
then
kind of
and
like
Josie's
like
made comments about Leslie's age, which has Leslie mad.
mm. See, like with the first comment that you had said, it kind of
Right.
it does sound like it's almost like not fighting, like it's hard to explain. It's like when it's like being in a three-way friendship and like you want to figure out who's the best friend, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Those situations. So it's like who's the better person in that's what it sounds like. They're trying to like compete for.
What do you think it is about Danielle that they're all like trying to be her or be jealous of her? Like, what did you
Honestly,
talk to
like
her?
it's I don't know, with the fact that I haven't met with Josie or Leslie, like I don't want to say too much, but honestly, because like I have spoken with Danielle, like the only
Right.
thing I could find like anyone being like jealous of is just like she's very outgoing, and she's got like, she's, it's like hard to explain. She's got like it's like an unspoken like thing going for her.
Right, right. You know how like some people just have this electricity about them that you
Yeah,
can't quite put your finger on. I completely agree, and I think that there are other people in the cast that have that. I think that you're going to meet, but I think maybe the people that are jealous might
it's
not have that quality. I